What's up, Mayhem Fam? Thanks for joining us again for episode 3 of Mayhem on the Course. I am your host, Madam Mayhem. I appreciate you joining us. I have a local favorite of mine, Mr. Alan Ekery. Alan, thank you so much for joining me.
Are you kidding? This is awesome.
I know, it's
This is the 3rd video. I'm podium, baby.
Did I
cash?
Did you cash? Yes. You cashed on being on the
Okay.
No. So let's talk about kind of what got you into disc golf and how long you've been in the sport and,
So our son bought us discs Mother's Day of 18.
Okay.
Because I've been called a mother with other names after it before.
Yeah.
But, I loved it. It was because I really hate walking in the neighborhood and to get my exercise in. So I started playing and
Yeah.
it's just fun. And it hit right before COVID. So it was a perfect COVID sport too, that I was able to do and have fun. And I've gotten better as the time goes on.
It is nice to see yourself progress a little bit.
Yeah.
And you're right, it hit perfect for COVID.
Right.
I mean, that was our family's big saving grace, was we could take a basket to a course or a park and just play.
We even made up our own course at home. Me and myself and another neighbor.
That's
awesome. It was all good. It was fun.
Very good. Very good.
And I just enjoy it. There are different things we'll talk about. And I guess after I started, it was the Open at Belton in 2019. I volunteered. I had no idea what I was going to do. And so I get up there and Neil saw me. He says, "Can you talk?" I said, "Yeah, I did that my whole life." He says,
"Natural.
Great. You're an announcer. You're the announcer."
Oh, that's how it happened.
Yeah. I said, "Okay, what do I do?" I didn't know the chase card. I didn't know the lead card. I didn't know the feature card.
You just winged it.
I knew nothing.
Oh.
And I had to ask name pronunciations.
I'm sure.
And the international players, now I still have a hard time with them because they come. So now that has turned into 6 years of doing the Open.
That's crazy.
Yeah. And I've done the last 2 Austin Opens, which is awesome. And the new layout for last year at Harvey Penick was great and just really conducive to all the fans.
Yeah.
And now we're Elite Plus next year. So, I mean, it's going to be a 4-day tournament.
Oh, I didn't realize that.
Yeah, they took Elite Plus away from Waco, and now Austin is. And it's a week later now. So it's not going to run into South by Southwest.
That's nice,
so
because that was kind of a headache.
Find a place to stay. And so, it worked out great. And from there, I was asked to do the NADGT finals. And I've announced 3 of those. It's like, who knew?
Yeah, you've just taken like that unexpected little, hey, can you do this? It's like, hey, I'm going to be an announcer.
Yeah. And then I just wanted to kind of like put a square edge on my putter so it'd never roll away. And I said, well, that's illegal. And then I was fortunate enough last year with the Wildflower Tour, the Wolfpack.
Yeah.
Chrissy reached out to me and says, would you be our announcer? So I was for their first event last year at Met Center.
That's pretty special.
Yeah, and we froze to death.
Oh, yeah. I remember a few of our queens.
It was awful.
Yeah.
But it was so fun because a lot of these ladies had never had their names announced. And so
it's a special feel. I can speak to that. Yeah. When you're just an amateur player, there's something about them getting up there and actually announcing your name that you're just like, oh, okay.
And one of the girls, and I forget her name because there's been so many, she said, will you, my boyfriend is my sponsor. I says, awesome. How long have you been dating? She mentioned a few years. I says, how come he hasn't put a ring on that thing? So, of course, when I announced her, I said, what's his name? So when I announced her, I says, hey, so-and-so, when are you going to put a ring on that thing? So fast forward to last year, the last tournament, he came up to me with a ring.
Oh, my God.
And it was so cool. It made me feel really good.
Yeah.
And I work really hard on pronunciations and make sure that I get their names right.
Yeah, well, it matters.
And especially like at the Open, there's one, I told him his name's Tuomas Utanainen. And I said, dude, do you not have any vowels in your name? He said, and what are those little dots on top?
What is all that? Yeah.
And I says, if Joe Smith goes to play over in your country, Joe Smith is easy.
It is a lot simpler.
Yeah. And so he just started laughing. So the first time I did it 2 years ago, I did too many hoo-ta-nine-nine-nines. And I've only messed up twice. One was with Albert Tom.
Mm-hmm.
I said latitude 65.
Whoops.
Yeah, and then this last year with Holland Hanley, I said sponsored by Dynamic Disc and
Oh.
not Discraft. My bad.
Whoops.
But I like to pull out fun things. I got Paul Macbeth to laugh this past year because he was Rookie of the Year in 2008. So
Okay, yeah.
I when he came to the, I said, now up, your Rookie of the Year from 2008, 5-time world champion.
That's
He looks
pretty
over
cool.
and he just smiles at me. And it's like, you know, and I talked to Sarah Holcomb. She says, but it was a long time ago. I says, you're always going to be a world champion.
Yeah.
You know, you have to look at it that way.
Exactly.
And so James Conrad helped me with that, I guess the second or third year. I said, how do I announce it? He says, find their year. Don't say former world champion.
Yeah.
Just say, like in Sarah's case, 2012 world champion.
Yeah.
And that type of thing.
No,
and
that makes a lot of sense though, too.
And that was fun. And then I turned in that this past year, I got to do the major with the U.S. Women's Disc Golf.
And how was that?
That was awesome.
I bet.
I got to do the juniors, the FA 3 and 4. And
those little ladies can throw.
Yeah, and the older ladies. I met two of the FP 70s. One was PDGA number 68, and the other one was PDGA number 75.
Oh my
they were
goodness!
They were the funniest ladies because they've all traveled together.
Yeah.
It says we're 70.
They go back 70. A long time.
We're just gonna go have fun.
Yeah.
And they throw Innova because they're the only ones that make 110s.
Yeah, so, the lightest weight they can get.
Right, and so that's what they do, and they just have
a great time.
They just have a great time, and then I think I can take the 10-year-olds.
I don't know, some of them even.
No, that one I was, but boy, those 12-year-olds.
Yeah.
They just pumped that disc out, and it was on the first hole of number 1 at Wells.
Yeah.
They hit the cage.
That's so crazy.
I get a par. I'm happy.
So, yeah, like I'm like, ooh, birdie.
Yeah.
That's a celebration. Yeah. I don't ever anticipate hitting cage.
No.
That's crazy.
And those young ladies, they're sweet, they're goofy, and they just have fun. And it's just really cool to see.
Yeah.
Their parents travel with them because our son played baseball all through college. So I remember the traveling. I remember. Well, the first day I met them at Live Oak, the 10-year-olds, I says, who brought you? One of the little girls says, I did. I said, you drove here? No, my mom and dad brought me. I said, then you all have homework tonight. I go, homework? I said, yeah. I said, thank your parents.
Exactly.
Thank whoever brings you here.
Yeah.
Because without them,
you wouldn't be here.
You're not here.
Exactly.
And if you're not here, I'm not here.
Right.
And so a lot of the parents came to me afterwards and said, that's pretty cool what you told them. I said, well, I learned it from our son playing baseball.
Yeah.
And so it's cool. And, I love to watch on Disc Golf Network. I watch the girls because if I watch the boys, it takes me 3 throws to get to wherever they are. At least the girls, it's 2 sometimes.
You're like, the ladies give me a little more help with the expectation for myself and maybe the line. Yeah.
Because Gannon Burr throws that roller. And I saw it Sunday and I said, oh my God.
Yeah.
I throw a roller and it's not on purpose.
Exactly. Yeah. I don't ever mean to throw a roller.
if I'm in the cedar and stuff, I use a groove to do that.
Yeah.
And so I've been very, very lucky. And locally, the women's disc golf is in great hands because there's 6 of you that do tremendous things, and you're one of them. We do have
a really great local base now of ladies that are like leading the scene and actually making sure we grow the sport together. It's really cool.
And that's awesome because you have your wolf pack, you have Renee, you have Chrissy, you have
Destiny,
and you have Stephanie. And then one that kind of gets overlooked right now is Erin Reynolds. She started Inner Peace Disc Golf. She was the founder of that.
Yeah, I love Erin.
And I got to be a spotter for one of the because they didn't need announcing because they had a shotgun start. So I was a spotter at CAT.
I remember that,
on number 3, where it's like, oh my God, those discs are coming in fast because I'm in the trees. And I have to watch where they are, and I have to protect myself and watch where they are, and it's like, okay. can we just go where the F84s were? Because they didn't, many of you, because of where the tee box wasn't there.
Yeah.
And I remember seeing you, and your husband was your caddy.
Yes.
And that's awesome. But I met you 2 years ago.
Yes.
At Destination. And I got to tell you, never judge a book by its cover, because your hair was different colors, you had tattoos, and you're an amazing young lady.
Well,
and if I were to ever start a business, I'm retired now, I've already told you that you would be a wonderful person to have, and your new employer is very, very lucky to have you.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
You're welcome.
I appreciate that.
But it's fun, and disc golf is fun.
I know, I love it. And it's brought so many cool people like you into my life, and just the community. It's like a really beautiful thing.
Yeah. And then from that, we started a 55 plus club.
I was going to say, speaking of community, talk about your club.
In May of 20, we started a 55 plus club because a couple months before, Dave Gafford, which was one of the original members, he said, he put on the Renegades Facebook, says, is there anything for older guys?
Yeah.
Because it's just paying money into those minis. Because we're never going to throw 450.
Right.
We know that.
Right.
And then I was at another tournament for the Veterans for Vets. I didn't know anybody. And the guy next to me, his name was Barry Johnson. He had started a Facebook group that retired disc golfers in Austin. And I thought, yeah, that may not work because I think, okay, they don't play anymore.
Yeah.
And so they were explaining the rules. I said, do you have any idea what he's saying? He says, nah, he says, I'm not listening.
Oh my gosh.
And I said, oh, sweet. You want to be on the same card? He said, yeah. And so he knew 2 other guys there. So they played. And it's so funny because one guy was Navy, one guy was Coast Guard, and Barry was Marines.
Oh, how cool.
And I'm not. I'm nothing.
You're just the lone ranger there.
But boy, they gave the Marine gave the Coast Guard and the Navy guy so much crap.
Oh, I'm sure.
And the Navy guy figured, okay, I'm going to give the Coast Guard guy crap.
The Coast Guard is saying it.
And so, I talked to Barry. I said, and then we got a hold of David. I met him at Rivery. And we started this club. And, we've had as few as 4 and as many as 25. We had 25 at Dreamland down in Dripping Springs. Yeah. And that's where Aaron and Scott joined us.
Oh, cool.
And so we call the young ones mascots. Woo-hoo. So you can play with us. We have no dues. Our Facebook group is Austin 55 Plus. You have to answer the right question. Because there's one question that says, what is an albatross? Because we were getting we made the group private because we were getting all these spam things like fill boxes of candy for $20 an hour. Yeah, and we also got some other things. And it's we need to stop this. And so if they don't answer the question or it's wrong, we just decline their membership.
Perfect.
There was no membership. There's no dues. We don't even have rules. Out of bounds is just kind of a suggestion. And
that's how the queens are a lot of the time. Like, you play it if you want to.
Yeah, and if it's surrounded by water and Nando's, that's it. Yeah. We don't play any of the other rules. If you want to keep score, great. If you don't, there's no prizes at the end.
That's exactly how we are.
Yeah. And we have CTPs, and the mascots can't win CTPs, but they can win ace disc.
Oh, cool.
So now we've been in existence 4 years. We've given away a black ace disc and 2 aces. So we don't get many aces. Yeah. Because we don't throw as far.
Well, you guys aren't just going to little courses like Wells either. You're traveling, like you said, all over.
We went all the way to Dino Hills twice.
Oh, gosh, I want to go there so bad.
We've gone to Flying Armadillo twice.
That's a blast.
And we've gone to Flat Creek. In fact, we're going to Flat Creek next month.
Oh, cool.
Because we put a vote out, because I put in 4 travel ones. Flat Creek, Armadillo, the Beast, and Lago Vista.
Okay.
Where you drive the golf carts. Yeah. And so the voting now is that it closes on the 15th. We've got 11 for Flat Creek.
Okay.
And then it goes down from there. So what we'll do is the first one will go October, second place will go November. So
okay, yeah.
In October, what we're doing is kicking our start time to 9 o'clock again. Because now it's not so hot.
Hot, yeah.
And we're going to do Davis Springs, then Cat Hollow, Sun City Disc Golf. Sun City has a disc golf course. And if you ever want to get a hold of me, we can play. It's an 18-hole, 9-basket, 2 different. And they range anywhere from 155 to 370.
Oh, cool.
So we didn't make it a putter course.
Yeah, no, that's a good course.
And then we're doing Flat Creek, and then end up at OSP, which is my least favorite course.
And my favorite.
I know. It's like, oh, I think I got the black lung paw. Yeah, and it's from Zoolander because they know, oh, Alan's not coming.
Yeah.
Because what I did is when I knew I was out of town, always made OSB on the schedule.
That's so good. So you're like, I'll just plan this in advance.
Yeah. And so we have fun, and we just get out, and we've had women play with us. Chrissy has played with us.
Yeah.
Aaron has played. Other women have played, and it's just fun. And we just have a good time.
I love that though, that you guys, just like the Queens, like we are all about just having fun.
Right.
Like enjoy the sport. It's not just competition with us. It's not
right.
No dues, no fees, no membership. Right. Just come enjoy the group.
See, we didn't even want to do. Some people said, let's do tags. We know that tags cause problems.
Yeah, they do. We did tags a couple rounds, and I won't do them anymore.
Right. And a perfect example, they brought it up. We played Heritage Oaks in Killeen. Mm-hmm. So there's 3 courses there. There's 3 tee boxes.
Yeah.
So the first group went all easy. Second group, which I was in, we did 12 long, 6 short. Last group was 12 longs. I said, now let's figure this out.
How would
if
we have
you're
done
in the
tags?
last, yes.
Yeah.
I said, if you're in the last group and the guys in the first group played the shorts, you're going to lose your tag to them. And I said, and that wasn't the purpose of this club.
Exactly.
The purpose of this club was just to have fun. Get out of the house, get out of doing honey-do list. Yep. So we play every Tuesday. And I think we missed 5 or 6 because of weather.
Yeah.
We got snowed and iced out a few years ago.
Yes.
And Hurricane Burl was coming. So we were due for Wells Branch that Tuesday. Mm-hmm. And they said, well, it's going to hit bad. So we moved it to Monday. But normally we're Tuesday. And like I said, anybody that wants to come out can come out.
Yeah.
I just met a gentleman that I sold a dyed disc to. Mm-hmm. And he says, I'm 46. He said, no problem. Right. You're a mascot. Just come play.
Exactly.
And he came last week to NorCal or Tuesday. So yeah, all of that works out well. And we have like 330 on the Facebook page.
That's awesome.
And I try to, and we take pictures. And
I love seeing your guys' pictures.
Yeah, and I like the fun ones at the end, like different things. And, you know, I'm a terrible photographer. And this selfie thing and these short arms, I have T-Rex arms.
That's hilarious.
Like, this last one was awful because they said, have the sun this way behind our back. Well, that's fine, but I can't see because I'm up here. And so we let one of the young guys usually do it. And, and it's just a good time. We just have fun.
You can tell in the pictures, it looks like you guys are having a blast. So
yeah.
I'm glad. That's awesome.
Because we not weeded out. We didn't kick them out. But the ones that want to play the rules all the time, and they left.
Let themselves out.
and then people, we're not going to play for money? No.
That's not what we're about.
And one gentleman says, well, let's play for Monopoly money. And then one of the guys dies, you just throw it on their grave. I said, well, that's a little morbid.
That's quite morbid.
Especially, and when we played Benbrook at the beginning, they looked like tombstones. The T pad, the T sign. So we said, don't tell tombstones to old guys. Because we range all the way to 76 years old.
That's fantastic. Though.
I'm 66, and we have anywhere from 35 to 76 playing with us.
That's really awesome.
And we did doubles at Mint because, oh my God, Sprinkle Valley. We're not going back till it gets cool.
Yeah, it's a course.
A long one.
It's a course.
It was a long one. And so when we do doubles, we pick buttons for colors.
Oh, okay, that's cool.
And then within the buttons, you know who's better than who. So you don't put the 2 studs against the 2 not very good. I learned that because I was one of the not very good ones at the Beast, and I got the other guy that was worse than me.
Oh, no.
And it's like, we took a lot of shots.
I'm sure.
We were like windmills there. And so can somebody else drive home? I'm going to sleep now.
I'm a little tired.
I need a nap. Because you really appreciate when you, like at the Beast, have you played it?
Oh, yeah.
When you look at those holes and look at the lines, and then you go back and watch the pros play it. And go,
it puts it in perspective.
Yeah. How'd they do that?
Exactly.
Because my wife and I went to Waco. The first was in 2019. Mm-hmm. And so number 2 goes along the Brazos River and comes back. And Eagle McMahon was up.
Uh-huh.
And he threw it. She just looked at me and says, holy beep. And I've never seen a piece of plastic fly that far. He was in circle 1.
Yeah. It's incredible, though, what they can do.
That's like a 580-foot hole.
It's insane.
Yeah. And she says, can you throw that far? I said, yeah, okay.
Okay.
4 shots. I'll be there in 4, and then we'll talk.
Just not in one throw.
And she said, it's going out over the river. And I said, he's going to lose it. And then all of a sudden it makes a turn, and it knows where to go. And she was amazed.
It is impressive, though. Yeah. Especially if you don't play the sport and have no idea of like the physics of it and just the mechanics. It's pretty impressive to watch these.
She'll go out with me and putt. So she waits till I get close and then, okay, shoot from here.
Oh my gosh. She's like, I can do this here. Yeah. That's funny. Well, you got to start somewhere.
Right. And we just have fun, and the sport is fun. And the 55 plus, we had no idea it would do this.
Yeah.
That it would be this successful and popular.
That's fantastic, though. I love it because honestly, that's one of my favorite things about disc golf is like how easy it is to get your exercise and your mental clarity, and just it's a total like life reboot without it being a drag of like, oh, I got to go to the gym. I got to do it's. Yeah. I love it.
In fact, the 55 plus club got to manage. Well, it was the beer garden, but there was no beer there at the Open.
Oh,
so they had 6, 7, and 8 where they had to be spotters and stop people from walking and that kind of thing. So it was fun, and we had a good time.
You guys do a lot of volunteer stuff too.
Yeah, and I'd like to volunteer on October 5th.
Yeah, the Welcome.
I just don't want to be the one that has to go down the long hill on number 15 and go spot. And die.
And die.
This is like, yeah. And they took out my favorite hole.
Which one?
16. Because it was the one where you came back. It's the only ones I can get birdies on. That and 13, yeah. It's like, can we just play with them all in the short position? That's what I like to play. Yeah.
I do enjoy when it's the short position.
Yes.
And I'm glad that in the tournament they do at least 1 round shorts and 1 round long.
So is it going to be 1 round? The first round is going to be short?
I don't know.
Okay.
I have not heard. In fact, I think a lot of times they actually mix them up and then just switch it from whatever it was on the second round. So some will be short, some will be long, and it'll just switch for round 2.
Because when you play Davis Strings and you start with the longs, that first hole's a soul crusher.
It's ridiculous.
It's like, is it down there?
Yeah.
And
but where?
Binoculars.
But where is it?
Yeah. And so, but the sport as a whole is very healthy. Watching those young ladies, the FPO division, there's a young lady from Canada. Her name is Rebecca Dawn. She's 18. And she's already been playing FPO tournaments.
That's impressive.
Yeah, I talked to her mom and it's like, whoa.
Yeah.
And the 15-year-olds and the 12-year-olds, even the 10-year-olds, they give me a run for my money. So they all, in fact, Eliezer Midling's sister was there.
Oh,
she was in the 10-year-old.
That's awesome. Yeah, taking after sis.
Yeah,
very cool.
And she could be Rookie of the Year along with Emily Rutherman, one of those two.
They're so impressive. Emily is very impressive.
Emily's this big. How?
I know. You're like, the mechanics don't make sense.
No.
The physics, whatever you want to, it just does not add up. Yeah.
It's like she's not buff. She probably weighs 105.
Wet. Like soaking wet.
And she wears those. I love it because she looks so Texan. Because you ever notice her? Look at her pants that she wears. She wears the pants with flaps on the back. And she always has her shirt tucked in. And it's just,
that is kind of very like...
Yeah, she looks very Texan.
That's hilarious.
And she's from... Because her first pro tour was Waco.
Okay.
And then we were her second tour. And I hope she goes to a good company.
Yeah.
Because she was sponsored by Raz Energy and Big Country Jerky.
Okay, yeah. Big Country's doing... They're sponsoring quite a few players now.
Right. But I'd like to get her, see if she gets a good plastic.
That would be cool.
And really succeed because she's a really good player.
Has a bright future in front of her. Yeah.
She's 18 years old.
That's insane. It's so crazy to see all these younger kids coming up, and I cannot wait to see what they do in the years to come. Like, it's going to be really impressive. The sport of disc golf has a very bright future ahead of it. Like,
do you watch it?
I do. Not as often as I used to, just with the new job, but we do watch it quite a bit.
And that's what I love what you did at Disc Nation. by putting it on TV.
Mm-hmm.
Putting it on TV, have Cokes there, because sometimes I would just go in because I enjoyed talking to you and you know
Yeah.
your stuff, which is really cool.
Thank
And
you.
then some guy, oh no, the round ones are over there.
I definitely learned a lot by working at Disney Nation just
Right.
because I did have to figure out so much to be able to teach newer players and to explain the plastics and the molds and the numbers and yeah. So it was a great learning opportunity.
Because when I first started, everything I had was that DX plastic,
Mm-hmm.
and everybody's stuff looked the same.
Yeah.
And that's when I started to start dyeing discs.
I was just gonna say, talk about dyeing discs because I love it.
I followed you before I even met you.
Oh, really?
Uh-huh.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, on ATX Disc or Die.
That's so cool.
I followed you on Instagram.
Very
Actually,
cool.
I reached out to you one time. I said maybe we can do a collaboration sometime because you do more stencils.
I did. That was my jam.
Yeah, I have. There's no way. I can't pay enough attention. So mine is called Controlled Chaos, and so I like that. I love colors. Not this because I want to look slim for the camera. Because they said wear dark colors, and this is going to add 10 pounds, 20 pounds. I don't know.
I don't know about all that.
Okay.
But...
So I wore my tie-dye socks.
There you
if you
go.
can see that.
That's,
so I have some
the color
color.
pop.
Right, there we go. So some of the stuff that I have done, I did a little Rastafarian.
Oh, I like that a lot.
So I did the colors.
That's very pretty. I'm going to put it up here to the camera. See? That's really cool.
Have you thrown this disc?
I have not thrown the Alien. I remember when it came out and it was...
I love it.
There was a lot of hype around it, but I never got to throw it. I really like these colors. Now, what kind of bed did you do for this one?
Floetrol.
Floetrol.
Uh-huh. And look at the back. That's right. It's my name.
Is that Floetrol or is that your hair dye stuff you do?
Well, it's with Floetrol with hair dye too.
This is kind of hard to see in the light. I'm trying to get it. But, and then there we go. Boom, boom. This is not doing it justice for this one because this one really pops. You can kind of, here, you can see how bright it is back here though with the light. Very cool.
This is kind of fun. It looks like a country road.
That's really cool.
Yeah, something different.
It does. I like that a lot. Very cool.
And this was a yellow disc, which is not easy.
No, I remember dyeing on yellows and oranges and all that. It is not fun at all.
And I
that
was really
came out Rastafarian too. I like that. Again, it's really hard with the light, but very cool.
And then when I said I like colors, they look really cool in the air when they're flying.
Oh yeah, I bet the spin effect
right
would be really nifty. I love the yellow with the pink. Those pop really nice.
And then I did this one, which on the clear disc.
The clear discs are really hard to do too. Just to get any of that detail to pop, it's going to be really hard to show up on here. But
and I just have fun, and I'll dye locally. If people want to meet me in Georgetown and give me, I just charge $5 to dye a disc.
That's crazy, Pete. I have to show off my favorite. Wait, this is an Allen original too, and I absolutely love it. This is my favorite one. A little hurricane effect there going on with my walker. Love it.
She didn't give me a choice of colors. It's this color and this color, and that's it.
I like my pink and my blue.
Right. So I said, okay. Yes, dear. I pretended like we were married. And then I made my mini markers with stickers in it with acrylic. I just have fun. I love color.
I love your sticker though. I want to show that one off, release you. I absolutely love this logo. Super awesome. And these mini markers are really nice.
So I am on Instagram, Ride the Glide Disc Golf Dyes. So if anybody ever wants to reach out and you want your disc dyed.
Or any little personal minis.
Yeah, I can do that too. I can do stickers and stuff.
Hit up our boy Alan.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Okay. Now it's been the Allen Fest. Now it's going to be the Samantha Fest.
Oh my gosh.
Because this young lady, like I said earlier, is amazing. I'm not going to talk to her. I'm going to talk to the camera. Just
I don't have a choice in this.
Right. Yeah. He says, okay, tell me what you're going to talk about. So we have these points. And I says, the last one I want to end up is talking about you. Because rarely do you find someone that's so committed to your women's disco. And with the ladies club that you have, Aces, diamonds, queens.
The queen.
The queen. What else?
What?
I'm older. I get the pass.
You
Now,
do.
I did not have these gray hairs when I first got married 35 years ago, but
Hey, I have a feeling you had something to do with those.
I still have hair. That's all I care about. I still have hair, so it's good. But no, in all honesty, what Samantha does for disc golf community, what she did at Disc Nation, what she does for the ladies, it's very cool.
I'm very sweet.
And I'm very proud of you. And I had her make these for me. This is my own bag tag where it's my sticker on the front, and then on the back is my information with Ride the Glide disc golf dies. And if you do these, she doesn't charge very much, and she does a wonderful job. So I have 2 bags, and I gave one to my son, and you did good, kid.
Thank you. I'm glad you like them. I loved your logo, so it was fun to work with.
Nice.
Very fun. Yeah.
And what Samantha's doing is great. She's on the first Sunday of the month. She has Birdies and Burgers.
Yes, that is a
and
huge
Hutto,
one.
because her goal is to build an 18-hole course.
I want 18 holes. Yep, that's my goal.
An 18-hole course here in Hutto, which is great for North Austin. Add another course, and
Can't beat it.
It would be wonderful.
Mm-hmm.
And so if you can support her, either by going to Birdies and Burgers. Now, she's not telling me to say this. I'm doing it. And if you look at any of the sites that do the Birdies and Burgers, you'll see where you can donate to help get her to that amount that they're striving for to get to build a course here in Hutto. And this town is growing.
It is. We definitely could use a course.
Right.
It's, like I said, I've been working on this this will be our second season doing Birdies and Burgers,
Right.
and we're actually up to $820 now. So
Good.
I'm super
I'm proud of you.
Thank you.
That's
I
awesome.
am very proud of that one.
We played Falcon Point. Have you played it lately?
No, I haven't played Falcon in a long time.
There's 500-foot holes.
What?
Yeah.
At Falcon?
And I thought, oh, it's short. So in the summer, we go to short courses for the 55 plus gun. I drive up. Says, did you not look at the footage on the? I said, it's not long. How long have you been here? Well, it's been 2 years. No, they redid the course.
Oh my goodness.
At the end, we all sat at number 18 going, oh my God.
Dying.
Yeah. And so, yeah, they did a great job as far as redoing it, just not for old guys. And
like, not what we were anticipating.
Right. And then I guess tomorrow you have your queens.
Yes, yep. Any lady over the age of 21, if you want to come join us, we, just like the 55 and up group, are all about fun. So bring your gals and your plastic.
You take old guys?
We take old guys. No, we're trying to get away from all them guys. It's ladies' time. But yeah.
So today is 9/11.
Mm-hmm.
And this won't be showing on 9/11. But I want to give you a CTP for tomorrow that I made.
Yeah.
And it's the first airbrush one I've done.
Oh,
and it's the American flag.
That's really awesome.
So
Thank you so much.
Choose the hole you want to use it on.
I will.
And
the ladies will be pumped. What is this?
A Mako 3.
Oh, and it's a great disc.
Right.
That's a great
That's why I did
for
that.
like anybody.
Right.
That's perfect.
I throw the Mako.
Do you?
Yeah.
Nice. Do you just throw Unova?
No.
No, I didn't think so.
I throw everything.
That's what I thought. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. You're like, I dabble in everything.
This is cool. I don't know. I know people love the glitch, but it's the numbers that are the same as the glitch by Discmania.
Oh, the Spore. I was literally, when I had that in my hands, going to ask you because I don't throw Discmania for.
I don't either. This is it.
That's really cool. I do like that neoplastic.
Right. And it's fun.
Yeah. That's really cool. Very cool.
Did I do okay?
You did great.
Okay, boss lady.
I can't thank you enough for being on. Seriously.
Thanks for having me.
Absolutely.
I got a podium finish. I'm a 713 rated disc golfer. I played in 4 tournaments. I podiumed all 4.
There you go.
At second and 3/3.
That's
there are
cool.
but there are only 3 people in each one of my. But I'm not supposed to say that.
Nobody needs to know that.
So I don't have a first, but I did that. So it's all fun, and I just have fun.
That's awesome.
I'm goofy. I'm left-handed, and I see things a little differently.
And if you ever see him on the course, he's one of the nicest human beings you'll ever meet. So be sure to say hi and introduce yourself.
Thanks.
Could always use another friend like Alan, I promise.
I appreciate that.
Absolutely. Again, I really appreciate you being on. Fam, that wraps it up for this episode of Mayhem on the Course. Don't forget to check out my next episode with our surprise guest. Stay tuned for more Mayhem on the Course.
So that's episode number 4, right?
Yeah.
I'm podium, baby. I'm episode number 3. Right. That one's a loser, number 4.
Oh my God, I love you. Peace out, fam. Love you.